Hi all, Nick here, and welcome back to Nine Acre Overland. The first two episodes, we did our introduction to the project, what we're doing, and why, and some of the bigger ideas. Episode 2, prep for the pull, we got us about 90% of the way to where we need to be to get the engine, the transmission, and the transfer case out of the Commander. In this episode, episode 3, we're pulling it. So there's still a few things we're going to have to do and check, mainly things I couldn't see or get to before I had the engine sort of, at least pulled up a little bit out of the way and started yanking on it, or not yanking, gently pulling it out of the Jeep, or actually in this case, it'll probably end up being pulling the Jeep away from the engine. But either way, that's where we're at. Let's get to it. Alright, so I ran out today. Got a couple more blades for the old Sawzall so I can finish cutting the exhaust out. Got some bolts. Oddly enough, the bolts on the back of the transmission seem to be 3/8 by 16. I was looking for metric. So, anyways, got those picked up. Two different lengths, 2.5, 3 inches. Some 3/8" heavy thick washers and 4 3/8" collars. So what we're going to do, heavy washer or bolt. I'm not sure if I'll need all 4 of these. Let's see if I want to back that a little bit already. That one. Bolt, and then the washer, and then the L piece on the engine leveler, the collar, and that one is that's a bit backed up. All right, so then that'll go there, and then that will thread into the back through the transmission, upper transmission into the engine block, and that will be our back 2 lifting points. So let's see if we're going to need 1 or 2 collars, and if we're going to need the 2.5 and the 3-inch bolt, although I think we'll be good with the 2.5. Gantry over top and see. See how she goes. think. Those two brackets it comes with don't look like they're doing all right. I can just go to a couple lengths of chain instead. Whoa. Just fine. What do you think? Let's see, I don't know. That's gonna be snug. So it's lifted up a pretty fair amount, but as high as it's going to get though as it sits, I'm going to go ahead and have to pull the engine mounts off the block before we get it out of here. So grab one of my two new blades here. We're going to have to cut the exhaust a little bit higher. Not going to get out with where I cut it last time. I'm going to catch. So let's cut some exhaust. Let's see here. All right. The only thing left is the last connections on the transmission. We'll go ahead and take a peek at those. See what I missed, if anything. Move it with this and pull it back because my garage floor is terrible. The guy who had the house before me did a pretty poor job pouring this. It's super unlevel, it's super uneven, and by myself trying to evenly pull this back while manipulating the engine and the hoist. So I think we're ready to get this engine, transmission, transfer case pulled out of here. To do that, I'm going to lower the Commander back down. And then instead of trying to lift it and move it with this and pull it back because my garage floor is terrible. The guy who had the house before me did a pretty poor job pouring this. It's super unlevel, it's super uneven. And by myself trying to evenly pull this back while manipulating the engine and the hoist, that's just gonna be too much. So what I think I'm gonna do, pulling my driveway. All right, is I'm gonna use the winch on my XJ Roho and my remote, my wireless remote, to slowly pull the Commander back out of the garage. We'll leave the wheels on the gantry locked, and that'll allow me to guide the engine out and manage the chain fall by myself. So I'm gonna clean some stuff up, get that prepped, get the Commander back on the ground, get Roho ready out there, and I'll be back to you. Time for the pull. We got Roho over in the front yard, winch line hooked up to the trailer hitch, Commander. I think there's 2 more bolts I gotta undo. The transmission dipsticks so the wires don't get caught. Get those real quick. Back on the ground, you can see she's already itching to get out. Commander's saying, get this piece of crap out of here. All right. And it's out!